Well, he is Urban Monk every day, coming at you, bringing you good vibes, and hopefully some inspiration. Alright. Today I want to talk about trials, tribulations, and, what's the other one? Oh yeah, messages. So, normally, the universe usually doesn't want you walking into things blind. And when you're in tune with everything, it gives you messages. You get it like you look at the clock 11:11 or 12:12, or you'll wake up at 3:33 in the morning, or there's a whole whack of things. Normally, it's either like a warning or guidance or some such thing. Since this journey is so individual, I don't really know what to say. Like, I'm not going to say, oh, 11:11 is bad and 12:12 is good, because, well, I really don't know. I really don't know at all. I don't know your life, you don't know my life, so it's not like I'm going to get the same message that you got. So more I'm going to say that seeing that means you're getting a message. And it may be that you're either not open to it or you're not ready for it. And the universe wants you ready for it. The universe wants you, like, it doesn't want you to go in blind. Like with anything, and the information's there to gather. You just have to ask for the eyes to see, I guess. This is the easiest way to say it. Wearing a winter jacket and my hiking bag is kind of constraining a little bit. Canada. But this body of water never really freezes, which is kind of cool. It's always running, no matter how cold it gets. It's kind of cool. Water's amazing like that. Yeah, and tests. For me, I feel like every time I've ever gotten a milestone, let's say, there's always been another wall right there. Always been another thing. To the point where it makes you wonder about your sanity, for one. A lot of this stuff makes you wonder about your sanity. Makes you wonder about a lot of things, actually. Sanity, emotions as they are altogether, really. Not even, being human is weird. Being human is weird. I'm gonna turn this around a little bit here so you can see what I'm looking at and why my feet are crunching. So for me, one of my biggest tests, honestly, is a lot of I don't even know how to say it. Who I am and the choices that I've made and the truth that I stand for has put me at odds with a lot of people I know. And it's a test for me because with my peace and my tolerance, it's I who must bridge the gap, not the other way around. Because I was the one that unplugged myself, if you would. So you can't expect something from someone who's not ready. You can't expect wisdom from someone who doesn't allow it. It's hard. It's really hard. The way things work is silly sometimes. But I always keep my vibe high, and I always or I should say I never make decisions when my emotions are heightened. I learned that the hard way. Kind of in the situation I'm in because of that, actually. And that was a test I failed. I failed a few tests in my life. Not just written ones. Not just from school either. The universe tested me a few times when I was younger and I failed miserably. But I learned that failure is the best teacher. Which means it doesn't matter if you fail or not. The tests that are given, it's not a step backwards. It might make you step sideways, but it's certainly not a step backwards. Yeah, and sometimes, especially with tests and signs and these things, you don't really know what's what. You don't really know if it was a test or if it was a sign. The best thing you can do is just believe in yourself and know that your connection to source, if you want to call it that, your connection to the divine, that's what's going to see you through. Not whether or not you interpret the universe properly. That's nearly impossible, but easy at the same time. It all depends on how much level of practice you had at it, which is also a lot of things. We got some geese. I love nature. They're a little early, but life's coming back. Life's coming back. In a few weeks, this will all be green. Mad green. Crazy green. Normally I walk longer on this trail, but it's cold out. Shorter walk. I still got my butt in the nature because I needed it. Yep. Pardon me. What was I doing before the... Well, right, signs and tests. Yeah. This is 2022. The past couple of years has been a real test to my mental stability and my mental health. And it's kind of why I was inspired to start doing this channel, because I fell back on all these things that I talk about, and through it I got through, and I realized that that it was always, what I do and what I've done for my mental health is strength, and I should take that as at face value, and that I'm stronger than anything I'll actually come across. But it took a lot of soul searching to get there, and battling mental health issues on top of it doesn't help. It just mires all of the choices and information that I gathered. Just because I'm not coming from what you would consider a normal point of view. My point of view is a little skewed. And I'm a bit jaded. You bring the peace, and the birds and the bees and the trees, they just chill out with you. And he's literally chilling. That's so cool. I have a kindred spirit with birds. They're my spirit guide. If I were to figure all that out, they'd probably be. I have a link to them somehow. Anyway, that was a sign. You see that? I was talking about the right thing at the right time. That's why that bird came and hung out for a little bit. So I know that this was a good idea to come out here. See, there's just right there. That's kind of how it works, right? Like I sat down right here, and that bird showed up. So I don't believe in coincidences. They don't happen. And about tests, yeah, sometimes it's hard, and you don't even understand why you're being tested in the way that you're being tested, and you don't understand why you need to suffer, or why the Creator gave it to you. And well, there's not much I can say about it. I mean, I wasn't handed the best deck of cards either. So, I mean, you take it as you will, and it's what you do with what you're given. Whether that's failure, whether that's, you know, a good deck of cards, as I would say. I mean, there's not much to it other than that. And it's all about trusting your intuition and seeing things for what they are and doing things accordingly, you know. And discernment is, during this kind of process, discernment is so key, because you have to step outside of yourself. You have to step outside of how you feel, your ego, if you're dealing with that. I mean, well, I would deal with that first. It's a hard thing to get rid of, but it removes you from so much karmic roots, just getting rid of it. I digress though. Oh, more geese. There you go, I got some wildlife footage too while I'm at it. I guess I don't really, that's about it. Well, he is Urban Monk, coming at you, bringing you peace.